Ciao ragazzi, 10ª parte del gameplay. Vai alla vecchia miniera di casa, ma no, azioni secondarie, vuoi Eden. Parla con padre Justinius. Luigi in Telem. Ok. Dov'è sto padre? Ciao ragazzi. Facciamo un pisolino, poi...
Are you still willing to spend some time with me?
Ush. Oh shit, aspetta.
More than ever. Come.
Oh shit! Cosa sta succedendo? Non volevo passare subito questo. Oddio, che faccio screenshot. Oh mio Dio! Oh mio Dio! Cosa sta succedendo?
Those who fear the waters should stay within the shore's sight. Those who fear the pain that love procures should shun the flames when love endures, and both shall be safe from founder and blight. That is the next part of the poem. And I also have a question.
No.
What do you think about it? Are you afraid of sinking?
Oh no, non volevo questo. Perché volevo conoscere anche Siora, onestamente. Qua, cioè, io ho rubato la virginità, non so cosa è successo, non capisco. E adesso vuole che gli dico che lo ami? No, internet, ho bisogno di internet. Siamo praticamente alla fine della romance. Ok.
I know this poem, and I think this is the way it ends. For if water could quench love's dying embers, your love that burns and pains and severs, I would douse this fire with the sea of all my tears.
Then we shall set sail together on this bitter sea, my tempest.
My Tempest mi chiama. Amore e il mare, abbi una relazione con Vasco, sì, ce l'ho avuta.
My tempest. Can I do anything for you?
Perché mi chiama My Tempest? Oh my
I must leave you.
god. Strange. Padre, tu non hai visto niente. Padre mi guardava tutto il tempo. No, padre, prego. Prego, padre. Comunque, lasciamo Vasco. Voglio ora. Sì, sorry Vasco, dopo che ti ho usato, puoi rimanere qua. Parla con padre Justinius. Ah, ok, quindi accampamento vicino all'acqua, devo sbloccare una nuova zona. Ok. Io ho iniziato una relazione con Vasco, molto bene. Sembra violenta quella scena d'amore comunque. Sono ancora sconvolta. Ah, sbloccare una nuova zona! Mi sembrava strano che fosse direttamente fino a San Matteo. Qua c'è una nuova zona. Tir dopo le terre nere. Parla con padre Justinius. 7 ore. Eccoci qua. Le terre nere. Tipo palude. Cos'è questo? Madonna. No, sono morta. Ok, raga, devo riprendere la mano. Devo concentrarmi un secondo, aspetta. Allora, qui cosa abbiamo? Ho aumentato il piede, merda. Ah, un punto abilità, perfetto. Eccolo qui. Grande. Poi andare da queste parti. Eccoci qua. Perfetto. Oh, eccoci qua. C'è una casa, c'è un paesino. Comunque l'accampamento. Andiamo a parlare con l'uomo. stiamo cercando qua? Ci sono dei contratti. Vai, facciamo qui i contratti. Buongiorno, buongiorno. Non pensavo ci fosse una città qua.
An astounding place.
Perché?
My mother told me about this place. She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sons. How could their chief accept this?
All that's left to do is find Father Justinius.
Ok. Ah, questo qua era un vecchio villaggio nativo, ecco perché lei erano così sconvolte. È vero. Ah, wow.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization
Insomma.
in these wild lands.
Thank you. De Sardet. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Father Justinius. Delighted. And what may I do for you?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power.
Certo.
Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always...
I wonder how my people could accept the priests settling in their home like this.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
Ok.
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
Ok.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village has been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings, and then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of Saint Matthias. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedlug, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful. I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Alas, I'm afraid there are many suspects.
Oh, wow.
These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit, or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain... You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to.
I imagine that someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. It was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you. Especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets.
Lui è il tizio che mi sorvegliava, suppongo.
Greetings. Desade. I'm handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets.
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets.
I have no idea. The door was closed.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can...
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that...
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure. All that matters to us is their value as proof.
Certo.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. And the natives knew of the existence of these tablets.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where...
As you wish. There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that I must bring the light.
How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information. They were very reluctant to give us any answers. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants, the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. And it has proved nothing but a blessing for her. I would like to go back to work.
Of course. I will leave you to your work.
Questa è la capanna.
There's only one entrance, and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
This priest, Virgil, said that the night was calm. So calm that he probably fell asleep. So, the thieves only had to take the key from him.
But someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
You think that the one who told them is in this village?
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village. Family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who's close to the exiles, and enough about the Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child.
Chiedi la creazione della
Tell me
terra.
about how you created this village.
We did not create it from the ground up. It was built, the islanders called it Vigsenegad, which translates to the village of the old say. We saw it as a sign. The natives had and everything here fit the description of St. Lucius. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the...
Ok.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is our duty to do the same. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who oppose...
Left? To go...
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even... Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped.
And how well have neighboring villagers welcomed you?
With some reluctance to be... There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vedlug, a highly violent... But the other villages, the more peaceful one.
There are no Onolmanawi and no warriors here either. Did they all leave?
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. I have no doubt that one day we will... But, in the meantime, we must settle. Nobody thought we could live side by side with your people. And yet...
I must leave you.
May
Che
the
bel calvario.
enlightened all...
Che bel calvario questa missione. Eccoci qua, a casa del leader. Vediamo un po' cosa dice il leader invece.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. De Sardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onolmenawi among the Logead Blau.
No, me no.
I did not know that. What do you want from me?
I have heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
Oltroi. Chiede l'arrivo del clan.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Teleme and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd and all these
Mi
things.
piace questa lada della
One
maschera.
morning they were building houses next to ours. And we had new names.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you.
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were violent, and they destroyed
Ma
some
va.
of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, they leave us
Boss.
alone. Some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our
È
spirits.
giusto così.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sick. But since they violently interrogated everyone,
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have...
they did not accept the presence of the priests, and they even asked Deirdre. Did she? So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the
Questi sono
burning
i soli
suns,
brucianti.
and they killed many of them. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vedlug.
Dobbiamo andare a Vedlur.
Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course, and the Vorstyrent. But this village may be
Your opportunity for...
the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men, perhaps wiser than they are.
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance. They must have taken the tablets, with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right, but you may also be wrong.
Oh.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
I do not think they will hurt us.
Lo so.
I understand why you are no longer the chief. If you do not even know what the inhabitants of your village are doing.
You're right. I wasn't.
Since you do not want to talk, the Inquisitors will make you confess the name of the person who helped the exile.
You wouldn't do that. The Soul Lasser would burn the entire...
He's not really leaving me a choice. Right. Let's go back to San
Oh
Mateus.
no.
Wait! I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the
perdere,
priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the
Non volevo
village.
perdere reputazione con
He
gli
is filled
Zolani.
with
con
anger
Fiora.
and fury. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is...
I have no intention of hurting her. But things may not be so simple when it comes to her son. I have to go.
like so.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted,
Sì.
having left their clan behind.
Had they been wiser and accepted their new neighbors, they'd never
Oh
have been
my
forced
God.
to leave.
Either way, the
Inferno.
resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
Perso reputazione con gli isolani. Isolani amichevole ancora, grazie al cielo. Congresso dei mercanti gentile, alleanza del ponte sospettoso. Poi invece con gentile con lui, gentile. Troviamo sta madre.
Greetings. Are you Vindwal?
Bird tier Tumad. Yes, that is me. What do you want?
What can you tell me about Lair, your former leader?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, not me. Everything he did to save the village. But I think the mind shakers made him forget what we are. He almost speaks like them now.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of Saint Matthias.
No, this is not true. It wasn't me.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets.
Okay.
So what do you want from me?
Tell me where the exiles are. I must retrieve these tablets.
You're asking me to betray my...
I promise. But if he reacts violently, I'll have to defend myself.
Then I hope he'll be reasonable. Bran and the others are hiding in the woods, beyond the circle of stone.
Thank you, Vindwal.
Recuperiamo il tablet.
Protect me in this battle!
Ucciso, sì.
Your armor is falling apart! We will shadow engulf our enemies! I am wounded! Maybe in right into my help! May your shadow engulf our enemies!
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
These people have been banished already. There's no need to add death to their list of punishments. Let's try not to fight them.
Don't
Okay,
worry,
thank you.
we'll be discreet.
Remember that we were told the area on the left was a trap. It would be smarter to take the other path.
Ok, quindi a sinistra sono le trappole. Quindi di qua.
Do it! What are you doing here?
I'm not here to fight you, but I must retrieve the tablets of Saint Matthias.
What? How do you know we have them? And how? Not Freddy. We will not give them back! We lost our homes and families, so the priests lose their sacred stones.
Perhaps I could do something for you in exchange for the tablets.
You are a Renaigse. You cannot help us.
I am also an Onol Manawi. So?
We want to join the Sengeden Anadas, Deirdre's clan. But she only accepts warriors, and not all of us are warriors. Give us a family and a home, and we will give you back the priest's stones.
Very well. I will go see her. I hope that we manage to convince Deirdre.
Ah, dall'altra parte. Ok, dalla parte opposta. Cosa succede qua? Guarda quante bacche.
Ah, you are from the continent, are you not? You are different than the people from here.
Delighted to see you again, Sister Ephesia.
Father Petrus, is that really you? What are you doing here?
Merely a courtesy call.
How might I help you?
Have you been here for a long time?
Since the beginning of my investigation. A few weeks, perhaps, although it feels like months. I'm not particularly fond of the wild, and I find this place unsettling.
I see.
Anything else?
How has your mission fared up until now, sister?
Not very well, I'm afraid. Their chief and their behavior can be quite odd. But as soon as I come close, they chase me away. There is a heavy veil of evil here. I feel it, but I'm not able to find from whence it comes. Perhaps you should talk to them. They may speak to you.
Eccoci qua. Eccoci qua, questo è il villaggio.
Ber Tirtumad, Onol Menawi. I am Deirdre, daughter of Enora, daughter of Rowena, Mal of this clan. Is it you who helped my warriors discover what the men of the Red Sun were doing?
Indeed.
Then I thank you. It's probably because you are an Onol Menawi that you are different from the other Renaigse. What do you seek?
Parla dell'indagine della magocrazia.
I come on behalf of the exiles of Vixonegad. They'd like to join your clan.
Some already have done. The others should just do like them and undergo the trials of the warriors.
But not all of them are warriors.
We're about to go to war. Those who do not know how to fight have no place amongst the Sengeden Anadas.
Siora?
Why do you refuse to welcome the exiles? They want to fight the Renaigse, just like you.
Why do you not welcome them amongst the Gaius Rad, if you have so much compassion for them?
It is your clan they want to join, not mine.
Make them change their mind. I will not change mine.
I implore you to reconsider, Deirdre. Though they may not all be fighters, these people will know how to make themselves useful in your village.
Very well. You have helped us, and I trust in your judgment. You can tell the exiles that I'm waiting for them. Anything more?
Can you tell me something about your beliefs?
We believe that we are part of an everything, and that life depends on a balance that comes from this everything. Our strength is drawn from that which we protect, all that surrounds us, and that which surrounds us feeds and protects us in return.
What can you tell me about your rituals?
Ah, I have heard this question before. You sound like the Mind Shaker woman. The rituals are the business of the Donegada, not of the Renaigse. Anything more?
I need to be going.
Seg.
I'm glad I managed to convince her. Now we'll be able to retrieve the tablets, and the exiles will have a clan once more.
Beh, sì, ce l'abbiamo fatta. Però mi dà un'altra missione.
Concerning this story about a sect.
Enough. Enough questions. I have nothing more to say.
Vabbè, mi fido di te. Ok, ho risolto il vostro problema, ragazzi.
So, what did Deirdre say?
She accepted to welcome you all into her clan.
I did not think that you'd manage to convince her. You can take the tablets.
Thank you. I hope that you'll be happy in your new family.
Ad Loredar. And you were right. You are more on Olmanawi than Renaigse.
No. Quanti bug ci sono in questo gioco? Fammi capire, 200 miliardi. Eccolo qua. Oh.
What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
Yes, everything is fine. He has joined the Senged Anadas, and he gave me the tablets.
Really? What about the others? Those who are not fighters? I thought that Dedra did not want them.
I managed to convince her to accept all of the exiles.
I thank you for helping them. It is reassuring to hear that they are in a new clan.
Prego. Se lo volessi isolani reputazione più una. Oh, quella che ho perso. Mi ha ridato quello che ho perso. E riportiamo queste tavolette a persone che non se le meritano, tra parentesi.
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matthias.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to justice.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence honors you, but how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are not punished?
A good start would be to keep a better watch on the priceless treasures that you find.
Had you respected this village, you would not have to look for a culprit. You settled here without even asking those who lived here for their opinion on the matter. Instead of talking about harmony, start taking action to really make it happen.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We may have been a bit clumsy in the beginning, but we'll make sure to improve things in the future. You really were a great help. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping us.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I am very busy.
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder on this island. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
Wow, 50 monete, pochissimo. Che cheap, basta, perché sono... Facciamo questa. Un antico segreto. Bella vecchia miniera indicata dal ramo orange. 23 ore, uff. Devo portarmi ora, ma quasi quasi mi porto a Kurtz. Petrus, stai qua.
This is Deidre, the ruins Lady Morange told us about. But I do not know how to get there. The path collapsed.
Some of the tunnels in the mine may lead to it. We should go there.
Lady Morange said the ruins would be around here. She must have been talking about Deidre.
Ah, siamo alla miniera che abbiamo esplorato all'inizio. Tantissime parti prima.
Here's the entrance to the mine. It may be worth talking to the villagers.
Good day. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the ruins on the plateau?
You aren't the first to ask me about them, but the answer is still the same. I've nothing to tell you. Not that I wouldn't want to. There must have been a path once upon a time, but it's no longer. Some say that you have to pass through the mines to get there. It's certainly possible, I would say. The iron ore. It doesn't come out of the ground by itself. Do you need anything else?
Tell me about the mine.
It wasn't us that first dug them out. They're really old. Centuries old. But those tunnels are full. It takes little effort to unearth the minerals that we want. What more could we ask for? Seeing as how there aren't that many of us,
If we were pressed to For the time will come, when folks hear about what we're pulling from these rocks.
Ok. Ok, andiamo a miniere. Quindi possiamo esplorarla, visto che era la mia seconda o terza parte di gameplay che ero venuta qua alle miniere. Fammi parlare col tizio che è il doppiatore di...
Excellency, it is an honor.
No, non è lui.
Good day, Your
Ecco
Excellency.
qua.
I am so very sorry, Your Excellency. Sadly, I have no time to chat.
Blackwall. Ok. Per me già sappiamo dove dobbiamo andare, quindi. Però un passaggio verso l'altopiano all'interno della miniera. Non c'era tutta questa roba quando sono venuta qua. Ok, poi sembraccio, come al solito. Questa parte non c'era. Aperto qui? No, unghiette su mamma. Mamma va male. È male.
We must find out how to open it. It worked. We can resume our journey.
Oh. Ok. Aia. Allora perché? Qua dove devo andare? Perché si è aperto il muro? No. Ok, quindi ho sbloccato questa nuova parte. Che succede? Che hanno visto? Ma cosa c'è qua allora? Aspetta, torniamo un attimo indietro. Qua si deve essere aperto per qualche motivo, no? Spadino. Che succede qua? Non so minimamente dove sono, Aiuto. Panico. Ah, sono in alto qua. Non dovevo cadere, merda. Ok, non cadere più, Mazzi, ti prego. Io non posso lasciare niente senza averlo esplorato almeno 200 volte. Va bene, va bene. Ah, un tavolo da lavoro, ecco cos'era. Dobbiamo andare di qua, giusto? Cosa c'è qua? L'acqua, bello. Ok, siamo usciti. Rovine di Didri. Bello. No, bella sta zona. Niente. Cosa da lootare? Niente looting. Oh, forse sì. Cosa c'è laggiù? Possiamo lootare qua giù? No, non penso.
Finally, here we are. These are the ruins that Lady Lorene spoke to us about.
And she was right. These do not resemble native constructions at all.
Explore the area. Something may give away the identity of the architects.
Ok. Qua c'è l'accampamento, guarda caso. Livello 18, non si spara niente. Non uccidiamo. Comunque, quante direzioni devo andare? Oh, ok, devo guardare praticamente tutto. Qua cosa cavolo c'è? Perché dobbiamo sconfiggere il mostro? Era in questa zona? Mi sa di sì. Non ho ancora salvato. Pericoloso. Non avevo ancora salvato. viola. Aia. Ma com'è possibile, dai? Non riesco. Ok. Sì, ormai è troppo debole per noi. Le armi bellissime sto trovando. Oh. Diario vecchio è quasi leggibile. La nostra posizione dell'isola è impossibile da tenere. Sono stati sforzi, molte battaglie vinte, continuiamo a perdere terreno. Alla radice sembrano obblighe, creature stanno... Ma chi sono questi? Non si è capito che.
This journal confirms what we suspected. A continental nation had once attempted to colonize the island with the help of the Nauts, and they were repulsed. From what I was able to decipher, few of them actually managed to escape. The major part of the journal has faded, but I'm not able to make out the name of the author. Let's continue our search. We must discover which nation was here.
Altro baule. Ah. Antico sigillo.
This seal. I know the insignia, even if it has become more detailed in recent decades. It's hard to believe my eyes.
Cos'è?
What you're seeing doesn't seem to please you.
This is the ancient coat of arms of Serene. It's a congregation seal. I think the information is pointing to something. No possible doubt remains. All the clues point in the same direction. The people from the sea who built these ruins and confronted the natives. They were us.
Beh,
It's
makes
difficult
sense.
to admit. And to think that I turn to you to help us against the Bridge Alliance. I do not judge you guilty of the crimes of your ancestors. But this story is known.
I know this will not help our relations with your people. That is certain.
Goes to show that times change. To think that you were once conquerors. You're gonna have to pay me more for protection. If it comes out, there will be those who see red.
This must be the reason they kept us in the dark. Constantine is going to be furious when he learns this.
Wow. Basta? Non dobbiamo più scoprire nient'altro? Proviamo, perché non mi ricordo se era qui. Sì, sì. Ok. Beh, aveva senso per questo. Ah, per il baule, non sono riuscita a scassinarlo, quindi. Ce l'ho fatta. Era qua. Con delle lance.
get dicey.
Leggenda della prateria, uccidi il guardiano della pianura. Vai, bitch. Cosa c'è qua? Una porta. Parti per Glanbravac. Dove siamo? No, infatti, meglio non entrare in zone che servono per le missioni. Riferisce Constantine alla tua scoperta. Cos'è questo? Cos'è? Lama a una mano. Questa è una lama a una mano. Via. Lui può usarlo, infatti. Ah, usa lo spadino. Ah, bravo. Può usare questa, adesso si può usare questa. Petrus, io ho qua arma del vescovo che è fortissimo. Sì. Bello del vescovo, testo. Perfetto. Busto. Metti a prendere marrone. No, tieniti la tua. C'è più stile. Ok, vai, migliora. Bomba quest'arma. Poi. Ah, giusto, questa migliore. Qui infatti danno corazza. Danno corazza, che è quello che il massimo, va bene, migliora. Come tratto bene? Tratto benissimo. Ok, andiamo a Constantine. C'era Constantine, eccolo qua.
Cousin! You have returned. How did things go?
You don't look well.
È
What's
vero?
happened?
Nothing. Nothing terribly bad in any case. I must have
Oh
eaten
no,
something
lo
that's
stanno
having trouble
avvelenando.
going through me.
It seems to me that this illness has been lingering too long. Who prepares your meals? Are they safe?
No one is poisoning me, fair cousin. We are far from court and their customs. It's nothing. Take my word for it. Now then, what do you have to tell me?
Sono preoccupata per
We
lui.
had a talk with Lady Morange, and we explored the ruins that she suggested we visit. All our findings point to one conclusion. Those ruins were originally built by the Congregation of Merchants.
The congregation? Us? But Father never once even hinted. Once again, he must have deemed me unworthy to know the secret. How he must despise me.
Constantine.
We need to learn more. I want to understand. I need to know everything my father has kept from me.
Grazie ai
This
mercanti
question
più
also
uno.
concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence. Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require. The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You're thinking of us. But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final
No,
chapter
non
of
voglio
the
che
story.
Constantine muoia.
Very well.
My boy. Non voglio che gli succeda niente di male. Ok, aspetta per le missioni. Parla della rovina all'ammiraglio Cabral. Ok. Mettiamo Vasco. Kurt, sorry. I need Vasco. Conferma il gruppo. E partiamo.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island. Ruins that, after careful scrutiny, were built by the congregation. In one of them, we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions. Questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
Ok, interessante.
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Devo parlare con Petrus. Parla.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
Padre. Chiedi... Problemi
I had a
nati.
meeting with Admiral Cabral concerning what we found in those ruins. She said she was bound by a pact that kept her from answering
Bello.
questions on the subject.
The Nauts are nothing more than mercenaries of the oceans. I suppose that she wants something in exchange.
Effectively. She told me that her men posted at San Mateus met with some problems, and she advised me to speak to you. Does that make sense?
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Teleme, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the Nauts. We will need to speak with those on Teleme lands. And of course, seek out the Bishop Domitius.
Ok.
I will see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Devo portarmi lui dietro. Capitano interroga il comandante Fernando. Ok. Troviamo il capitano Fernando. Eccolo qua.
Hello, milady. You are from the congregation, are you not?
Indeed. De Sardet. Your Admiral has sent me here.
Pleasure. You may call me Fernando. I am the port commander here. What might I do for you?
Your Admiral informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Teleme. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me? Then two of my men up and disappeared, and I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men. I implore you. More questions?
No. Thanks. I've got everything.
Fernando and the Admiral are close. When she was captain, he was her chief mate. She trusts him completely. That's why she put him in charge of the management of the port of San Mateus.
We should talk to some other sailors at the port. If some of their comrades have also disappeared, they may be able to give us some information. Good day. I am looking for several sailors. Some Nauts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else. You should ask the Mage Inquisitors who have taken up lot. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, especially eyeing all that the Nauts are up.
And what do these Mage Inquisitors look like?
They wear a very
We cannot question all the Inquisitors roaming around the port. Good day. I'm looking for two men, Nauts, that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor. A nice fellow. He was telling me stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... You can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that's where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here.
Devo anche interrogare un vescovo, mi sembra, sì.
We're approaching the tavern.
If we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
Non intendeva così. Ah, sì.
You again. Why am I not surprised to see you implicated in this story of surveillance?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 Nauts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my daughter. You've been misinformed.
Che sembra spaventata?
You do know that lying is forbidden in the sacred texts.
Ci pensa Pablo.
Lies from someone as pious as yourself.
Petrus. All politics. Why am I not surprised to see you playing the lawyer to infidels?
Remember your manners, Aloysius, and tell us politely what this is about. The Mother Cardinal will be most saddened to hear that you have shown aggression to an emissary, and you know she'll listen to me.
I do not appreciate this attempt at intimidation. But very well. Since you insist. These Naughts were arrested. We were forced to interrogate them to bring to light their pagan rituals.
It wasn't a sanctioned arrest, was it?
No. The Mother Cardinal
No,
is
anche in
not
Auti
aware.
no. Anche in Auti no,
Not
però,
yet. But as soon as we have succeeded in making them talk and they have confessed their heresy, she...
Of course. Where did you take them?
The Coin Guard has lent us their jails and some men. We do not normally like to call upon the services of these brutes, but...
These Inquisitors really do not realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Merda. Merda. Mio Dio, come mi sono confusa in questi posti. Ok, ecco qua.
Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
Questa è la mia autorizzazione. Vabbè, dai.
And if I gave you this so that you might go and have a little fun?
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while, but be discreet.
Ok, arrivati.
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Maybe you'll learn something there of interest. Thank you again for freeing us. We'll be able to make it back to port on our own.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. We should go and see this Domitius after all. What he will tell us may help us understand.
What do you want from me, my daughter?
Lady de Sardet, emissary of the congregation.
Ah. The congregation still has the uncanny gift of surprising us. I am Bishop Domitius. I represent the Ordo Luminous on the island.
I believe you have a few problems with the Naughts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my daughter. And of course the pagan Naughts would be among them. They are very secretive, and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Whatever do you mean? How?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a Naught suffering from the blood plague? Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals. It's as simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan idols in their stockhouses in the port.
What a nest of absurdities.
What other reaction would you expect from those responsible for the curse that afflicts us?
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
Assurdo. Quindi Nauti menzionate, ma perché dovrei indagare sui segreti di Nauti?